Okay, here we are. Nothing fancy today. I'm just, I'm gonna do this and then go fuck up somewhere. Okay? I'm in real bad shape right now. What do you mean? I fucked up pretty bad. Okay, I uh, I went up to the store. I told you about this yesterday. I had 10 bottles of Snapple, about this size, in my bag, along with my medicine bottles, wallet, hand sanitizer, couple bottles of water, you know, the essentials. When I came home, I guess I was just so built up from the adrenaline that I didn't feel it right away, but I felt it. Just I don't. I was gonna come in here and talk about Good Charlotte because for some reason they popped into my mind, and then I was gonna bring up other shit because I saw Jim and Sam and Big Daddy Kane on today, bro. How fucking cool is that? I've never heard that guy. Like I never heard him. I've never heard him talk. I have no idea what he sounds like. I know who he is. I'm pretty sure I've heard his music before. Don't yell at me. There's only so much. Look, I knew this was gonna happen. You were gonna get mad. This is exactly why I was gonna bring up Good Charlotte. What does Good Charlotte have to do with Big Daddy Kane? Bro, you only have so much time, right? And I'm not telling you that I'm listening to Good Charlotte over Big Daddy Kane. What I'm saying is sometimes that there's waves that come in, and whether you want to get wrapped up in them or not, you get wrapped up. And what I mean is, they just steal your attention away. Like, hey, look at us over here, what we're doing. Don't pay attention to that over there. And you're, what? Like, no, I don't. Stop it. I don't care about your glitter and fucking uh, biker vests and all. I don't. Stop. Leave me alone. I don't care how many times you shake it. Shut up. Stop it. That's my gardener. Can you imagine? I should have played this up. I fucked up big time. I fucked up real big. I could have did it. I could have started this YouTube channel on a day that the people were landscaping them expensive condos over there, and I could have been like, sorry, that's my gardener. I record whenever I want. I don't care about the sound quality. Stupid. Okay, back to the first thing. I felt it when I came home, but not really. What do I mean by that? Well, I'm sure most of you don't have either of the issues that I have, plus the runner's knee and the fucking sciatica and the arthritis to boot. I'm sure y'all don't have that. I hope you don't. I hope you don't. If you relate to what I'm saying to you right now, my fucking heart goes out to you, dude, honestly. And I don't mean like a politician, fuck those people. And you know what, dude? Let's not, don't do that. I feel bad for you because I don't feel that anybody should have to feel what I'm feeling. It's I haven't felt every feeling that there is to feel, but I have to imagine that this is definitely up there on levels of one of the worst ones. As far as like pain is concerned. Like I stubbed my toe on my nightstand pain, which arguably is in the top 5. I don't care who you are. I've cut a piece of my finger off in a deli slicer and I stubbed my fucking toe. And I have to be honest with you. it was easier to deal with the slicer than it is the nightstand. It is. Do you know why? Because the slicer, it's so fast, dude. It feels like a fucking, it feels like if you take a thumbtack and you just stab it into your skin real fast, that's what it feels like. Before you even realize what has happened, you are fucked, pal. Whatever that is that you just cut is off. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's very scary. And, the blood is definitely worse than the rest of it, but it's very early. I don't want to get into all of that. I fucking almost passed out like a bitch, dude. I'm not here to tell lies to anybody. There's a difference between getting your blood drawn in a factory, not a factory, in a LabCorp, getting it, in an accident if it gets spilled, and in a fight if it gets taken. Those are three different things, dude. If I cut myself and I see my own blood, I'm gonna pass out like a bitch because, oh my god, I'm hurt, I'm gonna die. I don't know why it is, but it does, right? If we're fighting and you take blood out of me, that I can pass out later. That's gonna make me mad. I feel like that would make me mad because one Halloween I was walking with Jen and her friend, and some fucking cunt lapper decided that he don't do this. If you are this person, you are an asshole. So you know what? Let me use my platform as an opportunity to talk to the people that are in the fucking trenches. All right, those of you that are on the front lines on Halloween, maybe I can make a difference. All the scumbags, listen to me. I'm your leader, right? Seriously, it's not cool to throw fucking eggs at people, dude, or anything else out of your fucking car. Not cool. For one. For two, if you're gonna be a fucking pussy, right? And you're gonna throw eggs at people outside of the comfort of your friend's car, pussy again. When you make contact, bitch, and you hear somebody say, yo, motherfucker, how about you stop your car and get out like a fucking man, bro? If you want to throw the egg, dude, come on with it, motherfucker. Come on with it. Oh, that's right, you're a fucking pussy. You would never do that. You would never do that. You're more comfortable behind the safety of a fucking moving car and three of your friends so you can all giggle. Bunch of schoolgirl, sissy motherfuckers, man. But they fucking... Some douchebag was throwing eggs out his car. And, I mean, at the time, I'm not really tight with this girl, right? Like, I know Jen, obviously. But, I mean her friend. I know her, we're not, like, tight, right? Like, you know what I'm talking about. They hit this girl. They hit her up. And they got her in her fucking hand. And somehow one of the eggs actually broke the skin on her. And she started bleeding. That's not even my friend. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, that's not even somebody that I would go to fucking war for. And... they're just lucky they didn't stop their car, dude. Because I'm telling you, well, that's not true. They did stop their car. But then when I started moving towards it, in the mood that I was in, with the two other gorillas that I was with, me and Jen and her friend, those bitches seem tiny, dude. But you don't want that fireball coming after you in a bad mood, bro. Believe me. Size doesn't matter all of the time. She will turn it into a bad day for you. That's what will happen. Not to mention that her friend should have been like a fucking player in the WNBA, bro. Like, she's tall as shit. And she built out too. She could have been a fucking linebacker, probably. Dead serious. That's not a joke. Or a slight on her either. She definitely could have used her size as her to her advantage. The only problem is people are dicks. So if you're too fucking short, oh, you midget asshole, you're too short, right? But if you're tall and you're built wide, like, oh, look at you, you look like a man, like, dude, like, I get it. I get it. You're immature. That's funny, but I mean, really though, people don't. When you're a kid, I guess you don't think about, like, you don't think about how cool it would be to fucking walk around. Like, nobody's fucking with you when you're walking around with her. That's badass. Not really. I know every man's ego will not allow that to happen, right? She can't be tougher than you. This is fucking ridiculous. I don't even know, how did I get here from talking about pain. Doesn't matter. Let me go back to that. I felt it yesterday, or when I came home rather, and it was weird. It was just like a squeezing. It's that feeling in your muscles. I would imagine. I'm trying to explain this to a normal person. I would assume this would be the feeling that you would get after a workout, where your muscles are sore, everything is on fire, but you're not in the danger zone yet, but you feel like you overdid it on a day at the gym where you maybe you did that extra rep that you shouldn't have done, but you're just pushing yourself, and in the moment that you do it, you're like, oh, there it is, I felt it. That's basically what it is. So I don't know, dude. I'm in bad shape. My fucking the I can literally, it feels like I can feel the fucking tissues that are holding my kneecap together, dude. Both of them hurt so bad. I don't have words for you. It is a pain that can be taken away by no pill. Believe me, I tried. Believe me, I tried. I had my pain medicine yesterday. I tried my fucking muscle relaxers. I've used the CBD. Nothing. The CBD made it tolerable. Like, it loosened the muscles up enough for me to move them, but move them still is excruciating. The pain medicine didn't do fucking dick, dude. So what sucks is that this is the type of pain that, like, the doesn't matter. That sucks. Nobody tells you, like, bro, you have like one of the strongest painkillers on the fucking planet, dude, in your possession right now, and you're gonna be in pain, and you're gonna take it, and it's not gonna do shit. That doesn't make sense, right? You're like, bro, it's one of the strongest painkillers in the world. How can it not work? Well, it's a different, I think it's a different pain. I think it's because it's the tendons and the muscles. If it was the bones, I think the painkiller would work. Right? That's why it works for back pain. Some of the leg pain, it's the bones, I think, that are aching. Somehow, I guess the medicine gets into the brain and it fucking tells your pain receptors, like, chill, 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 we'll clean up down there. You know what I mean? It's not. The way I kind of just pictured it in my mind, like a party. It's like a party. You invite a bunch of people over, people get too crazy, they trash the place, and then you have to fucking clean it up afterwards. Your pain medicine is like the cleaning crew, dude. They come in, they clean the shit up, but it's dangerous to do that. Because then you get lazy. Because then you don't know what it feels like to feel pain anymore. That's where the addiction comes in, bro. Tell you the truth, I haven't taken one yet today. I have not taken one yet today. I'm not running a victory lap. I'm not saying I want a pat on the back. But it is 10 a.m. and I've been up for probably 2 hours, and I haven't taken one yet because I'm in pain. You're not making any sense. What do you mean you're in pain? I'm not. I know you're not taking painkillers, but you're in pain. What the fuck are you talking about? I know you. You need to remind yourself. Listen, man. You need to remind yourself once in a while what pain feels like. You need to do that. This is how the addiction is born, is because for every time you feel the pain now, you're like, oh, I'm not saying, okay, look, I get it. What I'm saying is I get prescribed a certain amount of pills throughout the day, right? So I have my schedule already laid out. I know how far I can push it. So basically it gets, my pain is in levels where it's, I feel it. So it's gonna be one of those days, right? Then it goes from that to, okay, now it's a little bit more intense. You're gonna need to do something about this soon. And then there's the next tier, which, and sometimes you don't even get the first and the second one. Sometimes there's days where it starts at the third, which is, if you don't fucking handle this right this second, dude, we're not moving. You do get that. And then, of course, there are the final two, which is everything that I'm taking is not doing shit. And the final one is, if I had the balls, I would kill myself. I wish that I did, but I don't. That's true. That's true. But you have to learn to operate between like the first four levels. Even on bad days. Even on bad days. I'm not saying push yourself to be in pain all day long, knowing that you can relieve it a little bit. What I mean is sit with it for a half hour longer. Get used to the idea of feeling what the pain is, so that you can be comfortable with the idea of not running to the bottle every time you feel something. I'm not saying don't use your medicine, but I'm saying don't overuse it, and don't turn yourself into a fucking pussy, because that's what these pills can do. That's what these pills can do. It has the ability to make you go, oh man, I feel bad, I should take one of those. But you have to ask yourself, how bad do you really feel? Now, I'm being honest with you right now, and I will tell you that I've had to ask those questions in my own mind. But if I could lie to you, of course I could lie to you and I could say I never thought that, but that would not be true, and you would know that. Anybody, and maybe I'm wrong, and that's not true, but in my head, in my world, I feel like if you're an honest person, you have had, even if you're taking a leaves, you've had this conversation with yourself: is do I really need this, or am I being a bitch right now? And then you have to make a choice. Do you want to be a bitch, or do you want to fucking, you know, sack up and deal with it? Whatever. Now, obviously, if it's a real bad day, like, you have to be honest with yourself, dude. Like, alright, am I torturing myself here for no reason? Like, am I justified in, I'm in legitimate pain, right? See, it sucks because for a moment I was in it. I was in it and we were doing it and it was honest, but now I'm thinking about the judgment. Now I'm pausing because I'm thinking about the judgment, and I don't want to continue to talk anymore, because this is exactly the fucking problem with this goddamn with the medicine and the pain management and doctors and everything else, dude, I can't feel comfortable enough to have a conversation with you, an honest one, about this without nobody's even here. This is as schizophrenic as it gets, dude. Nobody's even here. I'm the only one in this room. I'm talking to you at a later time. You will watch this later and probably turn this off before you get to this point. But fuck you then anyway. It doesn't matter. You know, even I'm the only one here, and yet I still have that feeling in the pit of my stomach, like everybody is giving me that, like, ew, kind of a look, like, what are you do? Who let you in? Who let that in here? Huh? What the fuck? I thought we had a goddamn security around here. Don't we have a fucking gate? Who the fuck is the security guard sleeping again? No, but really, that's sad, right? Nobody is even in here, and I know I'm putting that on myself. But yeah, I have Jarhead's comments floating around in my brain. See, I do think about the shit that people say to me. I don't just read it and fuck off and not. I take time to sit with it and think about it. And I'm thinking, like, because he said that about something else that I said. Where he was like, well, it was about food stamps. Where he was like, well, you're just projecting your own insecurities onto other people. Nobody said any of that stuff. That's you thinking that yourself. It could be. But then it's also I get confirmation when I go to the pharmacy and I get the attitude from the person that works there. Or when the nurse in the doctor's office gives you that one over before she takes you into the room. Like, yuck. Come on, you piece of shit. Let's go. Like, whoa, 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 whoa. First of all, bitch, because of my issues, you got a job. That's for one, you're fucking welcome. Right now, that's obviously the rudest thing that you could think to say. And I would not say that out loud, but deep somewhere in the crevices of my fucking heart is how I feel. Like, I'm not saying the Domino's pizza delivery guy should be grateful, but that's giving you at least the bridge to drive over and possibly make a few dollars. I'm not saying it's the best thing in the world, but at least it exists. Like, there's a positivity to it. Don't act as if I'm completely worthless by being here, because by definition, like, I'm probably the most valuable thing. But see, now that sounds like you're being overly conceited, whatever. What I mean is the practice in general, not me. I'm the patient in this scenario. All of us all of us are. But they do act like that. Even regular doctors kind of act like that sometimes. It's like, yeah, I don't have time for this. What the fuck? Oh, you're sick? Are you? Fucking suck it up, fairy. Go put on some cartoons and drink some chicken soup and get the fuck out of my face. You imagine? I'm 100% certain there are doctors that are like that. I've had a few of them, for real. But that doesn't matter. I think I've talked myself into a hole today. So you know what? 24 minutes is fine. I know it's supposed to be between 15 and 45, basically. But I'm just gonna leave this right here, and whatever I said, and that's it. So what's on the menu for today? Let me go over it quickly while you're still here. I have no idea what I'm gonna do. I only have two things that are set to be released, neither of which I think are even edited, and it's fucking Thursday. So I need to get my life together and figure this the fuck out, because this is bad news. I was falling asleep last night and I was trying to listen to the most recent episode of the podcast that you have not heard yet, that will be coming out on Saturday. I loaded that up, and I have to tell you the truth. I said, what the fuck am I listening to right now? What is this? The fucking cues are off completely. There are way too many breaks in what is going on here. Who made this? What the fuck is this? Fucking Playtime? Get the fuck out of here. You're gonna release that to the world. Like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if one other person hears that. They're basing your entire body of work off of every project that you put out. Every project that you put out is a fucking first impression. Every single one of them. You can think whatever you want, but that's the truth. So every project that you put out has to be up to the fucking standard. And then it's impossible. They all can't be great. I'm gonna try to fix this. But there's gonna be times where I'm gonna put out something that's not gonna sound the way that it should. And that's probably because I have 100 things going on at one time. And when you do that, your business does suffer because you tend to neglect other things. But I'm working on it. I get a little bit out of pocket sometimes, and then I find my way back into the pocket, and we're all good. It's been a lot recently. I needed the time off, dude, which is why I haven't come in here and edited anything. I mean, I've recorded stuff. I mean, I have edited things, but not like full episodes or whatever. I needed a break off my own voice, man. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. I know. I hear you. Believe me, I don't like it either. I don't like it either, but I have to deal with it to get you the content that you want and you need to have, right? So basically what I'm saying is, not everything that I'm gonna put out is 100% has the stamp of approval, because, well, I'm also a perfectionist, so maybe it's not as bad as I think it is. But I did fuck up on a JFK thing that one time. Whatever, it's gonna happen. I'm one person, man. Some people have teams. You're looking at it right here. I am the fucking team. So I'm gonna miss things sometimes, but the overall point is at least you have something.